Chicago, or if you went to one of my walking tours, I'm pretty sure you've seen this bird on many walls. Sentrock was born in Phoenix, Arizona. Cute, huh? Like many residents of Phoenix, Arizona, he was a big fan of the local football team, which is called the Cardinals. Funny enough, the football team, the Cardinal, started in 1920 in Chicago and moved to Arizona in 1988. When Sentrock was a teenager, his mother made him change school so that he would not get into trouble. One day, he sent a drawing of a bird as a symbol of freedom to his father, who loved it. Since that day, Sentrock started to paint the Cardinal repeatedly. Sentrock arrived in Chicago in 2013 to study art at Columbia College. He painted a mural and became popular very quickly. He painted this mural for the National Museum of Mexican Art, for example. You can see two characters in front of what seems to be a bird nest town. The wolf on the left shows his teeth in an aggressive way and is looking at a dove, which represents a religious symbol of peace and hope. That dove is flying away from the heart of a Mexican-American boy who is wearing a cardinal mask. The wolf is certainly inspired by Keith Haring's wolf, and it represents the power of some institutions which can alienate the people. We find this symbol in popular culture, like here, Star Wars, with the dark side's wolf-like fleet. Sentrock was surprised when he arrived in Chicago to see so many cardinal birds. It's actually the Illinois state symbol. And this bird, the cardinal, became his signature very quickly. Everywhere you go in Chicago and whenever you see that bird, you know it is a painting from Sentrock. In my opinion, the character seems to be hiding behind a mask of freedom, which can fall off at any time, representing the fragility of state freedom. There's a sense of liberty, joy, and spirituality which emerges from Sentrock's work. In his studio, Sentrock keeps drawing books that he fills in with inspiration of the moment. You can see the precision of his drawing in those books. Pop art is never far away from Sentrock's work, with the accumulation or repetition of the image of the cardinal. Picasso and Cubism are a great influence too. In 2018, Sentrock decided to settle his studio in the heart of the Mexican neighborhood, Pilsen. Pilsen suffered in the past from violence due to gangs. If the artist chose this area, it is because he believes that art can save children from violence and give them a peaceful purpose in life. I agree with him. And this is maybe why his work speaks so much to me. And to us. This horrible pandemic and the confinement that comes with it is really playing on our nerves. On the contrary, the situation is a source of inspiration for Sentrock. The cardinal is this time forced to stay home, eat at home, watching his house plant grow, but ready to explode. I love this piece. It is his latest, and it is in the window of his studio. It's absolutely gorgeous. Go and see it. I have the chance to know Sentrock, and he's very kind because he opens whenever he can his studio for my groups, and we have then the chance to see him working, to see him creating. And here we are in front of the last mural painted by Sentrock. He painted it like 2-3 days ago, and he just finished it. It's in the back of his studio, and as you can see, it's a different style that we've seen so far. You see two characters who are obviously from Pilsen. The Pilsen area is, as I told you, the Mexican area, and those two characters are holding hands in support. It reflects exactly what's going on today with the COVID-19, where people are getting sick and suffering. He wrote, "We are in this together," which means that, well, we are, as a society, we are going to get through it all together. And this message, it's typical of what Sentrock wants to tell us. It's that in life, everything can be difficult, but we can go through it. And again, Sentrock here in his neighborhood is sending a positive message. And as a conclusion, I could say that Sentrock is this kind of artist who, as a real American, is doing what all Americans should do. It's to leave positive messages and to leave a print for the next generations with his work, and he helps the community, and this is what America is about. It's working and helping your community. He's doing exactly that, and this is the best way to conclude my video. Well, thank you for watching me for the second time, for my second video. Oh, and I forgot, if you want to contact me on Instagram or on Facebook, you can always. And if you want to contact Sentrock, you can contact him on Instagram, and here is his address, email.